Hi everyone, it's Cassie, the Young Teen Librarian at East Hampton Library. Today, for our virtual make and take craft, I'm going to show you how to make Zentangles Pumpkin Art. And so for that, what you will need will be either fake or real pumpkins, permanent markers. It could be either water-based or oil-based. And then if you're using real pumpkins, like a cloth or something to, like a damp cloth to clean off the pumpkin, to get rid of any dirt and stuff on it. So for today, I'm using real pumpkins. So I made a sample already. So this is my sample. So this is what Zentangles Pumpkin Art is. It is making sections, like you could make a whole bunch of triangles on a piece of paper and then drawing different patterns within each triangle. So because a pumpkin has the little like separations along the pumpkin, I just drew different patterns within each of the pumpkins, within each of the spots. So you can see. So we're going to set that aside. That is our sample. And then I have a ultra fine point marker to make shapes, because these are smaller pumpkins, so you would need to have this, so to kind of create outlines of what I need, and then I'm going to run over the outline with the fine point Sharpie, so this type of Sharpie. First things first though, you're going to have to make a line, as you can see here, make a line in between each pumpkin section. So hopefully this cooperates, but we're just going to draw our lines from the top to the bottom. Alright, we're going to do from the top to the bottom. And the nice thing about like Zentangles art is it can be whatever you want it to be. You can come up with so many different patterns for drawing. And then we are going to draw there. Another alternative, because I also saw this, I got this idea online, but I also saw another idea, was to draw a pumpkin on a piece of paper. So to draw a picture of a pumpkin and then to make Zentangles art on the pumpkin on the piece of paper. Like, just in case you haven't picked up any pumpkins for Halloween, you could do that and just create art, like an actual piece of artwork that will last, because this is a real pumpkin and this is going to get mushy after a while. Of course, if you use a fake pumpkin, that will last forever if you create the artwork. But either way, kind of utilizing the what we have available to us, and utilizing something that is like a symbol of fall, and you have jack-o'-lanterns at Halloween and stuff like that. So it's kind of a nice little craft. All right, so I am going to make circles. So I have a little bit of a bruise right there, so I'm going to color kind of a bit of a bruise on the pumpkin because it's a real one, so I'm going to cover it up. So for this particular one, I am just going to make big circles, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do with those circles. All right. So I'm going to fill these circles in with the other marker. Ideally, if with the ultra fine point marker, if you have the color black, for this particular one, that would be preferable. I could not find an ultra fine point black marker. I could only find this like dark navy blue color. So I kind of had to just make do with what I had. Right. And of course you also can use other colors. I just happened to decide to use black with the orange because they're very complementary colors. So we're gonna color this in. All right, so that's our first pattern. It's kind of cool, like spotty. It's a bunch of spots. For our next one, we're gonna go to the opposite side from that, and we're gonna make little triangles. Kind of alternate sides. There we go. I do a little tiny triangle right at the top. And then we're going to take our black marker and just fill all of the little triangles in. And keep it simple. All right. And there we go. So that is our next pattern. Ooh, triangles. Ooh, I forgot to fill that little bit in. There we go. All right, for our next pattern, I'm gonna do crisscrosses. So I'm gonna kind of go on this side of it, and we're gonna make, let me do two so I can kind of show you. So it's kind of a, I don't know if you can see that, but it's a crisscross pattern. Like that, yeah. And then once we've done the outline, once we've drawn with the smaller marker, we will then go over with the bigger marker. All right. Now we will trace with our larger marker. Alright, that's our next one. Now we're going to do opposite side. We're going to do sort of a block pattern with dots. Alright, if you can tell, it's just simple lines going along. And then what we're going to do, I'm going to, see, we're just going to kind of connect stripes going down. There we go. And then we're going to do another one going down. And then what we will do is we will make a dot at each, where each connects. So a dot there, 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 and so on and so forth. But first we're going to outline with the thicker black marker. dots. I don't know if you can see that. We have the little dots right there. And then all right, almost done. There you go. That's our pattern. Then for our next one, I'm going to do a stripe. So I'm going to do it next to the dot, the one where I did the dots. So we're just going to make stripes going this way. First, we're going to outline our lines so that we know where, because we're going to do an alternate of coloring some in with black and then leaving others blank. So we just, this time all we need is just the outline so that we know where to color. Okay. I figure we should fill in the bottom black. So you can tell I filled in the little bottom black and then just go from there to the rest and alternate. Fill this in. Another alternative could be, if you were to alternate, you could have, like, I can't really do that now, but if I had decided, I could have like done Zentangles art on certain ones and then left other ones blank where it was just the orange pumpkin color. All right, so our next one, we are going to do a spider pattern. It's going to be kind of simple. It's not going to be a crazy spider pattern. It's just enough so that you can see, like you can see what the pattern is supposed to be. All right. Fill in our circles with the black marker. Kind of simple. That is our spider pattern. See that? So we got 4 left to go. We are going to create some triangle shapes. Tell I kind of made a shape that has 6 triangles, and so in other words it made a 6-sided shape. And then we are going to color in certain parts of the shapes with black, and we're going to alternate. There's our pattern. And then we're going to, all right, we'll do it over here. Create kind of like a squiggly line pattern. Keep it simple, and then just trace over. I decided to put, because they crisscrossed over each other, they made little spaces where something could be added to it. All right, that is that pattern. It's the one right here, so you can kind of see that. And let's see, what do we want? All right, this one I think I can freehand this without the other one. Kind of creating sort of a bullseye shape. If you can see that, like right there. So, and then just keep going along, making bullseye shapes. There you go. There's our bullseye shapes. And we've got our final one. And what I decided I'm going to do, this is different because it's going to be different from this, where this is like, I have patterns all the way around. Going from here, from left to right, I'm going to write Happy Halloween on this pumpkin. On this like section of the pumpkin. So all right. And then trace over it with our black marker. says Happy Halloween on our little pumpkin. And that is our Zentangles Pumpkin Art project. So we have our cute little pumpkins here. Yep. So I hope that that craft was inspiring to you to create your own Zentangles pumpkin art. And I also hope you all have a great rest of your day. Bye, everyone.